Hey everybody, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm filtered because I did not feel like doing makeup and all that kind of stuff. I did a video a little while ago and I mentioned I'm wearing retinol on my face and I didn't want to have to wash my face again. You know what I mean? Whatever. So I'm just filtered, okay? Deal with it. Anyway, this video is talking about beauty, being pretty, attractive, whatever, and just some thoughts because of stuff that's been coming across my FYP. So like literally several minutes ago, I was on Instagram and there's this pretty lady who I think lost a lot of weight. If she's the woman I think she is, she lost a lot of weight and she has these light green watery eyes and a olive tan complexion and this dark brown wavy hair, medium to dark brown wavy hair, and she looks very exotic. Like it's like, what are you? You know, are you like, what are you? You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, that sounds racist, but you know what I mean? Like she's very exotic looking. And what's shocking is that somebody used her picture next to that Henry Cavalli or whatever his name is, God bless him, the one who played Superman. I've never paid him much money. I think he's good looking, but I've never paid him much mind. But they used the two people side by side and was saying how, when very attractive men date ugly women. So calling her an ugly woman. And I've seen these kind of ridiculous posts a million times where, they might show a picture of Lisa Bonet, who was always celebrated as a beauty. Lisa Bonet next to, what's his name? I forget his name. That sucks, but you know who I'm talking about, Aquaman. Have those two side by side and say like, oh, Beauty and the Beast or something, but like she's supposed to be the Beast, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, just dumb stuff, whatever. So I get it. Okay. These posts are so inflammatory and stupid and they're not to be paid attention to, but it's still hurtful. I mean, I know I wouldn't like it if it were me. That would really hurt my feelings, and so anyway, and it opens you up to people trying to find flaws about you to understand why you're being featured in that story. Like, well, her eyes, she's got, talking about myself, like, oh, well, she's got these dark circles, or, oh, she could stand to lose about 100 or so pounds, or, you know what I mean? Whatever, for people to tear you apart and stuff, whatever. It's just not nice, I've been in different situations where somebody has tried to make me feel ugly, and I did not fully appreciate my looks, I don't think, until my early-ish 30s when I would go on to lose around 100 or so pounds. And I saw how I was treated as a smaller person. And I don't think it was just that I was smaller. I think I was pretty. I don't think it was like if I had a fucked up face by these people's standards, but I was smaller, especially since I wasn't even thin, I don't think I would have gotten the special treatment that I got. And not that, I was being treated like a queen or something, but it was definitely a difference in how I was treated versus, when I was heavier, and like I noticed a big difference from where I am right now, which I don't want to say my exact weight, but I'm almost out of the 290s. Okay. And the reason why I don't want to say my exact weight is because I made a deal that I don't want to say it until I hit my goal, which is 288. But let's just say I'm less than 4 pounds and I hit a new low today. Anyway, that's another story. Okay. So I'm just saying I'm very close. And there's a huge difference in how I am viewed right now, where I am, not quite in the 280s, but early 290s, to how I was viewed when I was in the 260s. When I was in the 260s, I was still thought of as cute. Like not every single man thought I was cute, but like I was still getting hit on. Let me just tell you, I was still getting hit on. There were, oh my gosh. Okay, so it was definitely different. Quick story, Lord bless it. I just want to give you guys an idea when I tell you what I tell you. Is my ex and I used to frequent this Kroger. God bless it. It was back when Kroger was 24/7 before Hurricane Harvey. We used to frequent this Kroger and in the middle of the night, and there were all these guys, like the store was almost exclusively guys, and they're like, you know, stocking stuff or checking you out or whatever they were doing, right? And people would always see he and I together and stuff, and he was very friendly, so the guys were like all, you know, cool with him, chummy with him or whatever, you know. And then he and I had broken up, but we were still low-key seeing each other even though we were broken up. But there would be times he'd send me in the store completely by myself, and so people thought he and I had broken up. You know what I mean? Because they're not seeing him, they're just seeing me go in there, you know? So they thought, oh, she's single. I literally had all these dudes come out of the woodwork and were trying to get at me. And these were guys that he was cool with. And they were trying to get at me. And mind you, I was in I was no less than the 250s and into the 260s at this, you know what I mean? So when I tell you that there is a huge difference in that 30-ish pounds range, it's a huge difference, you know. And you know what I mean? It's like I become a regular woman in terms of like, you know, getting hit on and all that kind of stuff and guys wanting to talk to me when I'm in the 260s and below. Okay. And don't get me started on the 220s and below. So it's just a different world, you know. But does that mean I'm ugly now? But I'm cute then? I mean, you know, my features are my features. They can get distorted by weight. That's true. That's true. But I don't think they're that distorted. It's just that at one size I'm attractive and at the other size I'm not. Right now I'm not attractive. And that's the difference. That's what I'm trying to say, is that you can be cute or pretty or beautiful and not be attractive. And you can also be attractive and not be cute, pretty, or beautiful. There are people that look at Kylie Jenner post surgeries and they don't think she's beautiful. But we cannot deny that that girl is attractive. She's very attractive, but they don't think she's beautiful, you know? And then like, you know, there's plenty, I know everybody knows a fat woman in particular, like this is the easiest way to call it, a fat woman who is so pretty, but she does not get the attention that she would get if she were way smaller, you know? And maybe you've been there, maybe you haven't, but you've at least seen someone like that, you know? Lizzo is starting to get all this positive attention because she lost weight. And Lizzo's always been pretty. She's always been pretty, you know? Anyway, so just, long story short, I, I just kind of am going off about the whole pretty and ugly thing, or pretty versus attractive and unattractive and all that kind of stuff. But, another example I want to use is Pierce Brosnan, who played in the, James Bond movies, back in the 90s and maybe early 2000s, I'm not sure. And anyway, I love him. And he has a wife who I think is a former model, was always a beautiful woman, even as a plus size woman, is beautiful, but she's big. And so they will use her a lot to demonstrate, you know, handsome men that love their unattractive wives. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. But I understand that is the world, and I can't just change it, nor am I trying to, because I don't want to be this size. I don't think it's healthy for me to be this size. So even though it gets on my nerves, at the same time, I'm willing to play ball because I know I shouldn't be this big. So anyway, I probably lost my point, other than to say, don't obsess too much about being beautiful versus being attractive. And there are things you can do to make yourself attractive. and beautiful, but namely attractive. You know, if you're super